Let's go. Welcome, ladies and gents, to another casted game. We have Kynesie, arguably the best Aztec player in the game, versus Frontline on the bottom right part of the map here, playing as the Brits in the red. Potentially one of the best Brit players as well. Frontline, very, very strong player. Both players extremely strong. We're going to be focusing more on Kynesie here because, you know, I'm a lover for Aztecs. You know, I'm just a lover for Aztecs, guys. And so we're going to be focusing and seeing what he gets up to. Aztecs are in a bit of a strange place at the moment. And a lot of people say they're really OP. A lot of people say, you know, they're okay-ish. They're not terrible. And that's kind of Kynesie's view. Kynesie's view is they're okay, but there have been quite a few nerfs in the past to them. However, there are going to be a few buffs coming their way for the Arrow Knights in the upcoming patch. They're going to be a little bit faster, I think. So that's going to be quite nice. And I think they're going to do more damage to artillery, I think, if I remember. Hey, Shake Aiden, man. Easy Kynesie. This matchup is horrendous for Brit. Well, let's see how this one goes down. Welcome, by the way. Glad to have you here. Glad to have everyone here. Hope you're all doing well. And if this is on YouTube, we're streaming this live on Twitch. If you don't know my Twitch channel, it's Widgie1. As easy as that. And I try and stream once or twice a week for you guys. All right, let's have a look. So 3 villagers coming in. He's gone for a trade post. Classic Kynesie style with a house here. And let's have a look at the deck. This is the deck. Honestly, very, very standard deck now for Aztec, to be honest. There are a few changes, but we do see the support cards here in Age 3. There's also one in Age 2. This is quite a popular one if you want to go for a, as people call it, the big Ooga Booga rush, where it's just a shit ton of units. The Mayan Allies is your card right there. But there are some support cards. Of course, we see the Slinger and the Coyote one. And the 8 Fields is nice as well. No Aztec mining in this one, ladies and gents. No Aztec mining. And let's have a quick look at Frontline here. Going to be going for the Land LB, which is the longbow. So this is the longbow. We do see, of course, the Yeoman and the Siege Archery in here as well. So very centered around the longbow units. So let's have a look at Kynesie here. I don't know if he went for the big button on the community plaza. I don't know if he did or not, because they also nerfed that. They made that more expensive, I believe. I think they made it more expensive, or they either made it more expensive, or the trickle wasn't as good. Let's have a look. So Kynesie grabbing himself 80 coin, very, very nice. And he's going to hold this card in place for now. And he's going for the quick age up. Look at it, look at it. There he goes. This map's very good for Stagecoach. So, and I know Kynesie loves to go for trade posts. He loves getting the Stagecoach if he can. So let's see if that's what we're gonna be seeing here. We do see a native TP coming in now for Frontline. I think this TP offers the Dervish, very, very nice, and certain archer improvements as well. Yes, we do see the wood upgrade, or wood shipment, sorry, coming in. Very, very nice. And he's got already another card behind that because of that XP from the initial trade post. And what is he doing at base? He's just sort of majority of vills on wood here. And I think he's probably going to drop a house, potentially. He's going to be caught out a little bit here. He's going to want to drop a house, I believe. He is using his colonial swashbuckler to have a little look around and get some kind of vision here. Yeah, he's going to be getting a house down now. No market down just yet. 3 vills coming into the middle. Are we going to be seeing some kind of war hut here, potentially? Do see a really early Stagecoach coming in now. As I mentioned, he does like the Stagecoach, and we're seeing that right now. And yes, we do now see the war hut coming in. and 5 villagers on the way. So 700 wood and then 5 villagers. Now the market coming in. Has this hunt here that he can grab. Fantastic. Okay. Do now see the governor age up here, I believe, from Frontline, because he got his outpost down, and he is going for 700 coins. So I think he's going to go quite heavy into Cav here. I don't think he's going to be using this to age up. Definitely not. I think he's going to be using it to utilize some Hussars here. Stagecoach is now down. And a very, very scary sight indeed for Frontline. Kynesie now starting to get some unit shipments. So third card is now going to be the 9 slingers. And yes, he's got everything to wood. So he's looking pretty good now with this stagecoach. There they are. The Otontin slingers. And now he's actually deciding to get hunting dogs after this time. So market upgrade was a little bit late here, to be honest, but he prioritized getting the stagecoach. He wanted to get his war hut down. Now he's starting to get a few coyote runners in as well. And he's got 1 person on coin there. I think that's just for some market upgrades. And what is he doing here? He's got a couple of coyotes going around the back side here, trying to get some information. Really important when playing against the Brits to get information of where the hunts are. Remember, we don't see any. We only see 1 warrior priest on the community plaza here, so he hasn't gone for that yet. He is going to be trying to get the big button in here, get some jags. Jags are going to be good against heavy infantry and cavalry here. There's not a lot here for Kynesie to try and deal with this. He really needs that big button there to save him. And luckily, he's going to be very lucky that he's going to be able to have that available. That's going to be coming out anytime soon. Further slingers coming in. He needs to just get them in a nice little cubby hole here. And he does manage to do it. And he is going to be able to see off those Hussars. And that was a bit dicey for him. Not going to lie. Very, very dicey. Very, very dicey indeed. He definitely needs to think about more coyotes here to try and deal with these Hussars. But that is one of the big problems with Aztec is trying to manage the macro. Oh, I like that. Very, very nice sort of micro play there. You know, Jag's going to be able to get on top of the Hussars. Very, very scary. However, there's still quite a few there. The Jags are going to try and do as much as they can, but they are going to be going down. But somehow, Aztecs sort of still coming out on top slightly. We do now see another unit shipment coming in. So much wood backed up here for Kynesie here. I'm not too sure what he's going to be doing with that. Is he going to get another war hut down? He's got a lot of wood. Look at all that wood. He's got a serious amount of wood. He needs to definitely take a few veals off. He's got the stagecoach to help him out here. I mean, I would maybe think about switching to coin potentially, getting some Puma Spearmen. That might be quite good. Using, stagecoach for coin. Yeah, we do now see, okay, finally, yeah, we do see a second war hut going down. Makes sense. Now, going to be able to double produce from there. Very, very nice. 29 vills, frontline on 33 villagers here. Looking really good eco-wise. He is going to struggle when he starts to come out over here for his hunts. That's where he's going to start to struggle because Aztec with the coyote runners are just going to be really goddamn annoying. They're going to be raiding left, right, and center. You've really got to be on it with the raids because you really want to stop Brits from hunting. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. It's literally it. But what I tend to do is always just keep all my units together and I sit around for ages. I don't do anything whilst they're taking more map. They're taking more of the map. So try and just peel off a couple of coyotes if you can here and there. And that's probably the best way. We are seeing coyote tactics. It's probably the best thing. Like, it's clear that he doesn't want to go Puma Spearman. So to kind of act as a really good front line, he needs really buffed coyotes. And by going coyote tactics, he's going to be able to get 20% HP on these bad boys. 10% more speed for raiding and annoying as well. And it's going to be really, really frustrating for frontline to deal with. So we're going to see how this one turns out here. Remember, he only has 1 warrior priest on the community plaza. So he is going to switch to the attack dance. He's only got 2% extra, but 2% is better than 0%. There's not a lot of hussars here to deal with, and hopefully the slingers are just going to start to descend onto the musketeers, and this is where the slingers get their huge value. Their fire rate is insane, and we're seeing it right now, and hopefully these coyotes will start to focus on this bunch of longbowmen on the back line here, but looks like Kynesi's just going to back off for now. Good exchange all round, and now we're going to start to see the scary bit, ladies and gents. It is going to be 3 warrior priests. It's going to make everything worse for frontline. It's going to be better XP for Kynesie, higher damage for his units, and also rezzing his priest, or his explorer, sorry, is going to be quicker as well. And remember, the explorer provides bonus XP for when you get kills. So you want him alive, you want him in your fight. And this is a lot of coyotes he's managing to get out here. It's kind of insane. And that's the stagecoach, being able to get that wood in. And now we see the warrior priest. I don't know if he's going to switch to the warrior priest dance here. I don't know if he's going to maybe think about getting further warrior priests. We are seeing the Sudanese red trade. This card is absolutely insane from a native TP standpoint. It's pretty nuts. Because you're able to get 2 Red Sea wagons, and you can use them to basically put TPs down. I believe it's TPs. We are going to see what they are. I can't remember what they can build. The Brits get the 20% HP tech early, going against a Swarm Civ. They do. He does have access to the Grenadier Guards and the Scots Guards. And he's already sent the cav hit points as well. So, yeah, frontline has access to a lot of sort of unit upgrades. Oh, he's going to be able to get... Oh, yeah, he gets the farms with these. It's so crazy. It's able to get farms with that Red Sea wagon there. And the coyotes coming around the back line. Didn't even see that. Going to be able to get on top of those longbowmen. Further coyotes coming around now as well. Slingers are going to try and get on the musketeers. It's an absolute snare fest. They're slowly going to have to try and run away here. And look at that damage. We're now looking at 8.6% more damage with that attack dance. And look at just the swarm. The Ooga Booga. As Len used to say, the Ooga Booga natives are here. And we're seeing... We are going to see... You don't want to overextend with Aztec. That's what I always tend to do. Get a little bit too cocky and overextend. You've got to be careful. There's a lot more hussars reinforcing here. So let's just take a step back. And yeah, we are seeing an upgrade there coming from the farm there. The field. Or the farm, not the field. 3rd war hut going down. Going to be going on the gold mine here potentially to guard the gold mine, or just for future, I think. Sorry guys, just going to take a quick drink. 1 second. A bit of a tickle in my throat. All right, what do we see from Kynesie now? We do see the 11 Mayan allies. This card is a card that you can use very early on in transition from age 1 to 2. A lot of people see it, and it's a really big sort of timing push. Something crazy is we're seeing 4 war huts on the field all the way across the map here, like a nice line of war huts. It's very, very scary. Once again, getting that map control, getting that vision. Look at the vision on the map that Kynesie has here. He absolutely has frontline cornered in his base. Look, he can't get these hunts. This is the problem with the Brits here. This is what they experience when they're against civs like this, and the only hunt available is this one right here. And Kynesie's probably going to want to home in on that and do something about it. But we are now going to see the 11 main allies. 600 coin is actually going to come in after. I don't know whether that means an age up or whether that means simply another batch of Mayan allies. We're going to potentially see it, though. TP is going to be able to get sieged. That can easily be just built again. You can see, you know, he's just going to be like, you know what? You siege my TP, I'll just build it again. And that's what he's going to do. 40 villagers for Kynesie. Frontline on 50 here. But there is a lot of coyote runners. Oh my goodness, ladies and gents. 41 coyotes. And yes, we now finally see the warrior priests are going to be starting to spawn further warrior priests. They're on the warrior dance. It's happening. There we go. I'm going to be able to get that TP down now. Switching that back to wood. Look at all these coyote runners coming out here. It is kind of insane. This many coyote runners, 46. For this many musketeers, it's not enough. How many? He's got 30 against 41 with slingers as well. I mean, this is going to be a rough one. Oh my god, he's getting just straight in the base here. He just really wants Frontline to get in on this, but the hulking Javelineers are here as well from the main ally shipment. We do now see further warrior priest spawning at the base as well, and he's going to be able to get even more damage when he needs to switch. And he's going to probably do it very, very shortly. I don't know if he's going to go in on it just yet. He's not making really any slingers now. He's only got... Oh, he's got 17. I say only. That's a lot. But look at all the coyotes. It's just crazy. Look at this. It truly is just insane. The amount of coyotes we see here, ladies and gents. It's something that you don't want to see if you're playing against Aztec. It's quite scary. We are now going to start seeing more slingers coming in. A little bit of raiding here. I love it. Look, splitting off these coyotes from the main force. And is he going to choose to fight right here? I love the attention to micro, constantly darting backwards and forwards. Slingers are going to stay here for as long as they need to until they need to get back. What are the coyotes doing? Hello? Coyotes just leaving the main mass of the slingers here. What's going on? Is this meant to be? Looks like the coyotes are just going to pick off a few of the hussars here and quickly get on top of the musketeers. But that was an interesting kind of engagement there. He kind of just left the slingers to their own demise here. And Kynesie going to be able to always try to block him in. The Vils were trying to block it in with a nice wall there. Good night, Vils, however. That's what you get for trying to block in coyotes. You get wrecked. And my god, that was a lot of Vils lost for Frontline there. Really not ideal. He is now going to start to get in the Grenadier Guards. That's going to help with his musketeers. Kynesie here just really just continuing. He's got the attack dance on. 12% now on top of the damage. Look at those musketeers. The hussars getting absolutely deleted. But we need to be careful. Look at all the coyotes going down. This is the thing. You got to be careful here, ladies and gents. It can easily happen. You can easily lose your mass. You got to really whittle your opponent down bit by bit, taking away his villagers bit by bit, map control bit by bit, until you're in a good position. And what do we see here? Even more warrior priests. How many have we got? We got 6. And now we're actually making Akans from the base now. We're seeing some Akans. He can just out-spam now. I think it's a combination of him having map control as well. He's got a lot of eco upgrades as well. He's got whatever that is, the Akan Fontom from. I don't even know what the Akan Fontom from does. But it's happened. It's probably some kind of unit upgrade, I imagine. But we are seeing Akans now coming out by Kynesie here. Remember, Akans are musketeers, heavy infantry that do area damage. So they're going to be really good against a chunk of musketeers here. These slingers are going to be able to make some light work. Look at that. Look at that damage. Look at that animation as well. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely love slingers. One of my favorite units in the game. And now we see the second batch of Mayan allies coming in. He's used nearly every card available now, so he probably wants to think about potentially aging up at some point if this does continue. I've got a feeling he kind of wants to end it here, I imagine. He wants to really push in and do some damage now. He's going to try and get on top of the hussars here. And once again, it's all about that micro, really just dipping in, dipping out, not overcommitting, getting your opponent out of position. This is the best time to do it. Vils are everywhere. They're on the berries. They're on the gold mine. And Kynesie knows it, and he wants to get in on that action. He really wants to do it. Is he going to do the switcheroonie? Is he going to drag pull? Yes, it is. There's the drag pull. Or the drag box. Drag box in it. He's going to probably do the drag box again, the switcheroony. There it is at the right time, the hulking javelin here, and then boom, he's going to switch. Is he going to be able to do it? But Frontline doing a fantastic job there, dipping out the hussars at the perfect time. Another batch of 20 slingers coming out from both, 4 of his war huts. Absolutely nuts. And now the Coyotes are going to make their sacrifice to the gods. They're going to try and snare here. Akans are going to be doing some serious damage with their area effect. Even more slingers coming in to reinforce. Hussars here are going to be kind of tricky to deal. What are the slingers doing? Slingers need to get back. And a little bit of a surround here on Kynesie, but the slingers are holding true, doing some serious DPS to those musketeers, and he's managed to hold on with a serious amount of troops left over. He's still got 6 Javelineers left. He's still got 6 Akans left. And now the Vils are going to have to Scarpa, and this is where it's really a problem, because there's nowhere to get food anymore. There's no food. Frontline knows it. I don't know what he's doing. He's going to try and wall something in here, but he's going to lose so many villagers. It's going to be GG here. There's nothing much he can do. The Vils are going to try and tank as much as they can. They do have 200 HP each, but doing this means that they're going to be sort of not gathering anything. Frontline, you can see here, he's going to really struggle here. And he has got another batch of 4 Coyotes. He's going to try and get in here, which he's going to be able to do. He is actually going to lose a lot of these slingers here. But I think Frontline is going to take a lot of damage from his Vils, however. I mean, he's on 48 villagers versus 50 now for Kynesie. Is he going to get that full batch in? Get it in! Oh, he could have got it in. He had so much food and wood. That was so sad. He could have got 20 Coyotes out there. But instead, he is choosing to go for the age up. And he's going for the Elder, and he's going to continue to make slingers here. So he is actually going to go. He's forced to really go in age 3 here, because there's nothing really much left in his deck here at all. I'd probably say that he's probably going to go something like Jaguar Prowl Knights to deal with like just this, Musk Huss. He's probably going to go Jaguar Prowls the minute he gets in. Yeah, he's got 10 Warrior Priests now, and he's got some Vils on his farm that he got with the Red Sea trade card, which you can get from the native there. There's some other ones here as well. Cavalry and Shock Infantry get additional armor. That can be really good for Coyotes. 0.1 hand armor. Very, very nice. I think that means it makes them 20% range resistance, right? Rather than 10. I'm not entirely sure. But the age up is now in. And yeah, he aged with the double Noble Heart, of course. Did he go for the Kalanka? He did go for... Oh, no, he went for the Kalmakak. Sorry, I don't know when he actually went for that. But that meant that he could age up a lot quicker into age 3 there. And now we're going to see actually 8 villagers. It's classic Kynesie. Why did I think he was going to go for a unit shipment? Kynesie, he loves the greed. He really does. And he's just going to go for 8 vills. Why not? And there is the GG from Frontline, ladies and gents. There it is. The GG coming in. Starving Brit player of food. It's kind of a classic Aztec play. You've really got to get out on the map. You've got to take map control when you're against Brits. You have to play age 2. If you go for like a fast fortress, I think it's going to be more of a struggle, because they're just going to be able to get more of the map. And yeah, I would really recommend just really playing age 2 and taking map. And if you can take a stagecoach, do it. And just harass, and you'll eventually whittle them down, and you should win. So there we go, guys. Let's have a quick look at the post-game. So you can see economy-wise, Kynesie slightly ahead there overall. Look at the amount of military created. 127 Coyotes. Absolutely insane. And then the all resources gathered there. And the military unit population, of course. There we go. One absolute game.